Hey yo, it's Keyoh, and I am back with the gameplay. This is an arena mode. B. Clark and I playing Fringe Uplink, I believe. Yes, it is. I went off on the second half of this map. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I am here to talk about my gaming history, since Nate and Brandon put up theirs last week for our first week videos, and I felt sort of left out. So I figured I'd bring you guys mine in the best possible chronological order that I can remember. So let's get right into it because I ran out of time last time recording this. First off, my parents were anti-gaming back in the 90s. They didn't see the point in it. I mean, we were athletes, so gaming would just be considered like a waste of time, I guess. But on the other hand, my mom's sister, my aunt, was her family was all pro gaming. They had all the latest stuff. So that sort of brought gaming into my life a little bit more because whenever I went over there, I got to play, that kind of stuff. I remember for Christmas, my aunt sent us Game Boy Colors. And we got Pokemon Fire Red and Fire Blue. Or not Fire Red, Fire Blue. Normal, the Gen 1 ones. The Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. I only think of them as Fire Red now because the remakes in Gen 3. But my brother and I each got one, and I just remember that was my game for a while. I just grinded that. I never actually beat it back then. But yeah, and then the next Christmas, I believe we got gold and silver as gifts from my aunt. I spent a little bit less time playing that game. Didn't beat it back then either. I wasn't into the whole beating the game. I sort of like making my Pokemon OP and beating everybody, like all the other just random trainers. That was sort of just my favorite thing to do. I picked Charmander because he's the best Pokemon. He was my favorite all the way up until Gen 3 when I got my next two favorite Pokemon, which we'll talk about in a minute. Let's see. Let's go straight into that next Christmas. That next Christmas was nuts. So, like I said, my aunt was pro gaming, so she sent us a Christmas gift, and it turned out it was a GameCube. Now, she didn't tell my mom she was sending us this, so my mom flipped out, and she really didn't like the idea of us having it. Though a couple years had gone by, and she saw that we didn't waste all our time playing the Game Boys, so she let us keep the GameCube instead of sending it back to my aunt like she normally would. And that led us to getting FIFA 05 and a couple other games. I don't remember them all, but I do remember the first thing I got to do when we got FIFA was play my brother. His favorite team at the time was Liverpool. Mine was Manchester United. So we played each other, and of course I lost. So I started grinding that game. I got really good at it, like insanely good. I actually played a tournament at my friend's birthday party. Now, you may think, a friend's birthday party, it wasn't that great of a tournament, but there was actually a lot of people there that played the game quite consistently. Though none of them were near my level, and I ended up beating them all. I'm pretty sure I won like every round, 3+ goals, until the finals, where I played a kid by the name of Riley, and he would kick my butt nowadays. He would manhandle me, and he has. But I played him. I beat him, so I got first place. I got a fancy little trophy too. It was pretty neat. And then I got to play the actual birthday boy because he didn't get to partake in the tournament because he was the only one who could really beat me, and he did beat me like 2-0, I believe, after that. But yeah, so that was a very interesting experience. My first competitive gaming experience, I guess. It was pretty neat. After that, my friend showed me RuneScape, and a little bit about RuneScape and me because I didn't spend much time on it. I mean, I guess I spent a lot of time on it, but I didn't get really, really into it as far as like membership or anything. I spent a lot of time playing it. My parents didn't want me to play it, so I had to sneak at like 3 a.m. and play it, that type of thing. And they knew about it. They just they didn't bring it up very often because I guess they didn't care. I don't know. They just didn't bring it up to me that often. But they knew I got up almost every night and played for like a good 3 or 4 hours. And I did that all the way through high school, to be honest. That game was just, I loved that game because it was just my go-to fallback game. Anyways, and then later high school, and another friend of mine introduced me to Minecraft, and I was going through some stuff that gave me a lot of downtime, and so I was stuck, in a bed for the majority of the time for a couple weeks there, and so I gotta play Minecraft like a whole ton, to the point where like when I was done playing Minecraft and I got introduced back to the real world, I was seeing blocks everywhere. It was pretty insane. Anyways, after that, I bought myself a PlayStation 3. Like, literally my first paycheck out of high school. I had more money than I'd ever seen in my life. And I went to the store and I bought a PlayStation. Quick anecdote about that. I was at a friend's house and, it was like literally the day I put the money in the bank and I didn't realize I had to wait. So we went down to Target, which is about a 10-minute drive. Tried to buy the PlayStation, and my card said I had no money. Or first of all, I didn't even have my wallet. So we drove all the way back. Drove back down there. Then my card said I had no money on it. So I went all the way back to my friend's house. And his dad was sitting there came in as we were sitting in the living room, looking all gloomy. And he's just like looking at us like, "What's going on, guys?" Blah blah blah. We told him the situation. He just pulled out his wallet, handed me a couple $100, and said, "Go buy it. Just pay me back whenever." So sure enough, we went down there again for the third time, bought the PlayStation, and after all that work, I only played that thing for about a week or two, because I had bought it just to play with my one friend, and he didn't play that much. So I went out a couple weeks later when I got my next paycheck and bought an Xbox One, or Xbox 360 at the time, and that was amazing, because that was Black Ops 2, and I mean it was MW3 at the time. Me and Nate joined Zenzi Gaming for MW3, and then we left Zenzi Gaming sort of in the uprise of Black Ops 2, because Black Ops 2 was our game. We connected with our friend Sam, and that's where we met Brandon, and a sort of competitive COD just took off for us. A couple highlights about that game. I did win a LAN tournament. It was a local one. It was an S&D only. But it was very exciting, and it was very fun just to feel like a winner for once. Like in a LAN setting and all that. I did join another team. I don't even know what we were called. We were just sort of a makeshift team for the grind of league play right before COD Worlds. That was or COD Champs, I guess it was called. But that was nuts, because we actually grinded to the point where we were like an actual team. We did practices. I mean, we used to play league play, but we went theater mode on our time off, or like when we didn't have a teammate on so we could play. We went theater, did all that kind of stuff. It was very exciting. We ended up 2 spots away. 2 spots away from getting an invitation to COD Champs, which back then I'm pretty sure they paid for everything for you. So all you had to do is show up and play. We were 2 spots away, and we stopped playing because we heard a rumor. Never judge anything off a rumor. We heard a rumor that the only teams that could make it were in a certain Masters division or whatever. And we weren't in that, so we gave up. And then come to find out, that's not how it worked, supposedly. And anybody could have made it as long as they were like top 2 across the 4 Masters leagues or whatever happened. So that was sort of disappointing to hear. But after all that grinding, we were so close. And we stayed a team for a while. Then we sort of fell apart. The only other game I really played on my Xbox was a little bit of FIFA, but then Skyrim. I spent a lot of time playing Skyrim. As I had bought it for both systems, I played it quite a bit, and I bought it for my computer later. Good game. I can't wait for the next Elder Scrolls to come out. I am super stoked. ESO was not what it was meant to be, and I just told judges I don't like ESO because they screwed me over. Anyways, so I'll pick up this nice 3-piece right here, and then another 3-piece right after it. Anyway, so yeah, that was my Black Ops 2 career summed up for you guys. After that, I sort of quit COD. I didn't like Ghost at all. It was not a system. Or first of all, I didn't like the Xbox One. That is something I'll talk about in a minute. But I didn't like Ghost either. I thought it was just a terrible game. Some people say it was great, but I personally thought it was terrible. I never really liked Infinity Ward's games. And I played only a little bit of Advanced Warfare, but in my meantime, in my break of COD between Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 3, I played League of Legends, and that game became my life. It literally became an addiction to me. I wake up in the morning an hour early before I do anything else just to play a game of League of Legends. I would spend all my time at work when I wasn't actually watching the kids because I work at a daycare. I would spend my time on Reddit reading or watching YouTube videos or streams. I did everything I could to get better. And I stayed in bronze that entire time. And then all of a sudden I decided I would just not worry about all that and just play the game to get better, just to have fun. And I found myself climbing out of bronze into silver. It was amazing. Within like 2 or 3 weeks, I had 2 accounts in silver versus the one that was in bronze that entire time. It was nuts. I don't know. I'm still stuck in silver because I don't play very much anymore, as I got 4EA going on and my computer's sort of starting to bog down after years of usage. So I'm not really playing as much as I used to, but I still do enjoy it. It's still probably my favorite game out there right now. I did go and buy a 3DS when I turned my Xbox One in. I bought a 3DS, and I bought both Pokemon games on that because I loved Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and X and Y. They're a little easy, but with some challenge runs I'm doing right now, it makes it a lot more fun. It's just, I mean, I'm excited for Sun and Moon, as long as they're not released on a different game system. Anyway, so now I got my PlayStation 4, and I am basically satisfied. It's the best console I've ever had. Love it, and Black Ops 3 is sort of my thing right now. I really don't have any other games to play. But I hope to bring you guys some good footage of Black Ops in the future, and hopefully some Minecraft here, as I think we have some people that are wanting to play some Minecraft. Anyways, that's my video, guys. That's my history of gaming, and I'm out, guys. I'll see you guys next week.